So, when I was a kid growing up, I loved playing sports. But as an Asian American female growing up in the 90s, there weren't a lot of kids that looked like me on my Little League teams. When I was about 8 years old, I was watching TV and I saw Kristi Yamaguchi win a gold medal at the '92 Olympics for figure skating. Even though I had never ice skated in my life, I was inspired. Even though I liked basketball and soccer and she figure skated, she was the first Asian girl that I'd ever seen that was good at sports, and that really affected me. I figured if she could do it, so could I. I recently heard the term possibility model, and I like that better than role model. I think we can all remember that person growing up that inspired us. Young people especially need this because they need someone that sparks their inspiration and in turn ignites their motivation. It really helps if that someone looks like us because when we can relate to them more. Kristi Yamaguchi was my possibility model. In today's world, celebrity culture has taken over almost every media outlet. It's everywhere we turn, and it's hard to ignore it. It's even harder for teenage girls to ignore this. The types of females that are heavily promoted and advertised are usually entertainers and models. And for almost all women in media, the thing that everyone talks about the most is their looks, who they're dating, and what they're wearing. Their skills and accomplishments are almost always secondary. It's so much harder for young girls today. They're exposed to images, ideas, and messages at such an earlier age, and they're bombarded with stereotypes of what they should look like and what they should be. They're left with very little inspiration of what they can be. I think that today, girls just need more realistic inspiration. Most of us aren't born with an amazing voice, model-like looks, or famous parents, but all of us can find something that we like, work hard at it, and find success and happiness that way. Here's some statistics about teenage girls today. 48% of teenage girls wish they were as skinny as models. 53% of 13-year-old girls are unhappy with their bodies, and that number increases to 78% by the age of they're 17. 80% of 10-year-old American girls say they've been on a diet, and the #1 magic wish for young girls aged 11 to 17 is to be thinner. If you don't have a passion, you don't have an identity. And if a young girl doesn't have an identity, she's really susceptible to peer pressure and societal pressures. One way for girls to combat these statistics is to play sports. Research has shown that girls who play sports are more likely to graduate, get better grades, have a higher self-confidence and self-esteem, have a more positive body image, and are less likely to get breast cancer. I want to show you guys a video. These are some of my friends who happen to be professional female skateboarders.
I started skateboarding super young. It was something I did for fun after school with the boys in the neighborhood. I never saw or met any other girls skating as a kid. After college years later, I finally, did see some girls skating in California. Seeing girls skate at a professional level had a powerful impact on me at the time.
Mimi has always been like an inspiration to me because I've known about her since I was like 10 or 11, and I'd always see her skate like the Combi or at Claremont Vert, and I'd just be like, wow, I want to skate like her one day.
She was the first girl I saw doing like frontside nose grinds, and she had like a pretty legit video part a couple of years ago, and like for me it was pretty important because like watching that just made me want to skate more and like kind of follow her example and like do what she was doing.
If there's a girl and they want to get into skateboarding but don't know if they should, I think they should because there definitely needs to be more girls out there, and it's definitely fun. Like I think they'll love it once they get into it, and they shouldn't let anyone say that they can't do it.
To know I'm doing like what I love to do and what I'm passionate about and like really enjoying myself and learning a lot at the same time, I just feel like really fortunate.
I think skateboarding made me made me a better person in many ways. And like as a girl, I could really be like just caring about makeup and going out and hanging out with boys, but at some point I found something that I love so much that is bigger than all of this stuff. When you have something in your life that you care about so much, you just become a better person.
I just feel like explaining it devalues it, because like it means more to me than that. And so if I put like a concrete explanation of like, this is why I like skateboarding, A, B, C, I don't know, it kind of takes out that magic in it. I don't know. I think we're all searching for magic.
Those girls are awesome, right? So for the past 10 years, I've worked in the action sports industry. I've had a bunch of different jobs. I've done everything from customer service and retail to graphic design, marketing, video production, events, and athlete management. About 4 years ago, I realized that there just wasn't enough girls' media in action sports. There wasn't anything that really spoke to me. So I decided to start my own video production company and web channel. We feature videos that tell stories of real girls in action sports. And my goal is to offer inspiration and entertainment for girls around the world. Skateboarding, snowboarding, surfing, and other action sports have become more popular today than they ever have been. In the past decade, we've seen it transition from counterculture to mainstream culture. Today, there's new reasons that people want to get in. They see money and opportunity, or money and fame. When it all started, it wasn't about that. It was about being creative, having fun with your friends, and having the freedom to do anything you wanted. Authenticity is crucial in our industry today. Despite what you might actually see on TV today, it used to be all about creativity and individuality. I think what's happening actually is it's losing its soul, and there's actually some negative consequences. Companies know that if they can get more views, they can make more money. And it's easier to translate action sports into a wider audience by structuring it with points and competition, like traditional sports. So now, the biggest outlets for exposure are all about pushing the limits, going bigger, faster, and higher. In order to be a top athlete and make a living off of it, you have to focus on contests, and sometimes you have to risk your life. We're losing some of our best riders, and we're also losing the fun, which is the most important thing about our culture. I think contests are great in a lot of ways, but it doesn't have to be everything. The reason why I got into these sports 15 years ago was because they were more fun than the other sports that I played, and pretty much anything else I did in my life. And to this day, they still are. Fun is a universal concept. Everyone can understand it. Everyone wants to have it. The key to keeping our industry intact is to increase participation, not just views. The demographic that has the most opportunity for growth is females, and specifically skateboarding because it's accessible and affordable to everyone. I get asked the question a lot, how do we grow women's product sales? And I'm going to tell you the answer right now. It's really simple. Utilize marketing strategies that encourages girls to actually participate, to go pick up their board and ride it, not just sit on the sidelines and admire the guys. If girls get in it for the right reasons, they become loyal, lifelong customers. Trust me, I know this girl because I am this girl. That's me on the left, snowboarding for the first time at age 15, and that's me on the right last year. I'm 29. That's almost 15 years I've been buying and repping action sports brands. When I got into these sports, there weren't a lot of products for girls. I wore mostly Glide stuff. Today, there's tons of brands, the fashion's amazing, and there's women's-specific product in almost every category. The product is there, but the marketing is off. The majority of the ads you see are created by and geared towards males. Too often, I see images of girls just holding their board, not riding it, or a model half naked. There's no action at all, and this does not inspire girls to want to participate. It only makes them stress about their looks more and want to admire the boys. Some people argue that sex sells, and research has actually shown that sex only sells sex, not sports. Research has also shown that when you see a sexualized image of an athlete, your perception of their athletic ability actually diminishes a little bit, and this is true for guys too. For example, David Beckham modeling underwear, or Tom Brady wearing Uggs. Females existing as props really isn't doing anyone any favors. Young, impressionable boys see the ads and they expect girls in real life to be like the girls they see in the images, and when they find out this isn't true, they're let down, they're frustrated and disappointed. Young girls, on the other hand, even including myself when I was younger, just want to fit in and be liked, so they end up imitating this idea of a one-dimensional female. These are the types of images that inspire me to go ride. I shot some of these myself. Girls around the world reach out to me and tell me just how stoked they are. Why is this? It's because I'm creating media that I want to see, so it only makes sense that they want to see it too. The solution is simple. We advertise females as real people. We show them in action. We show their personalities. In real life, women are complex beings. We're not flawless, airbrushed props. So if the marketing reflects this, it will work. Some people argue that girls just aren't into sports. Well, this isn't true. Research from the Women's Sports Foundation has shown that boys and girls between the ages of 6 and 9 are equally interested in sports. But by the time they're 14, girls drop out at a rate 6 times greater than boys. And it's simple. It's because there's not enough positive reinforcement in our society. The girls aren't getting the same reinforcement that the guys are. There just needs to be more media and more support for girls to stay in it. As a female who's passionate about my career, I struggle with the idea of balancing my personal life. I think a lot of other women can relate to this. I wonder, how do I pursue my career and also start a family? At times, I think it's impossible, but then I changed my mind. I have another video for you guys.
Hi, it's February 14th. 6 days ago, we gave birth to this little snow angel here. And today it's sunny out, and I'm gonna go out sledding and snowboarding for the first time after. I gotta still take it really easy, but I just want to get out there. One week ago I was in labor and I did not have as much fun as I'm having right now. And right now I'm on top of the world. You can do whatever you want to do, you just gotta want it.
Want them on again?
It's not that easy.
Vera is awesome. The best thing about action sports is that it's not exclusive. You don't have to have a certain body type to do it. You don't have to look a certain way, and you don't even have to be a certain age. You can get into it at any age. They're also universal and international. One of the things that I like most is I can go to any country, meet someone who skates, snowboards, or surfs, and I automatically have a common bond with them, even if we don't speak the same language. At its core, action sports is just a form of self-expression. The way you ride your board and the terrain around you is the same as an artist painting on a blank canvas. There's no rules. You can do whatever you want in your own style, and the more creative you are, the better. The term sports isn't even actually the right word. It's an entire creative lifestyle. We have our own films, photography, fashion, music, and even language. This culture has brought me so much happiness, and that's what motivates me to do what I do. At the end of the day, I just want other girls to have the same opportunity to see how fun it is. It's kind of like when you go to a new restaurant and the food's amazing, so you want to tell all your friends so that restaurant can stay in business. Same thing. So here's my takeaway. If you're younger, don't be scared to try new things. If you like something, stick with it. Don't worry about what other people have to say. Create your identity through your skills and your accomplishments. As adults, it's our responsibility to, for the sake of the future generation, to stand up for what we believe in, share the stories that really speak to us, and support companies that truly support females as real people. For me, finding my passion at an early age truly affected my life for the better. Throughout my journey, I've had a lot of possibility models to look up to, and they inspired me to pursue my dreams. At many times, I've thought, if she can do it, so can I. So I'm leaving you guys with this. If I can do it, so can you. Thank you.